is a good play for Russell. Like, he still worked great in that offense, well, as good as they could, right? Obviously, they need a little bit more wide-out talent.
It's the Ravens. It wasn't him the reason why they lost.
He still has a good arm. He's still good in that regard. Still might hold on to the ball occasionally, but whatever, fine, right? I think the Steelers, though, they should be looking to keep him, but also look to get something better, because the Steelers' time for the longest time, they've just been spinning in circles, and it's because of mediocre quarterback play. Ever since, Ben fell off a cliff, they've been looking for that next step. They need to take a risk. I know they like to keep it steady. They like to go with what they have, BPA, keep a stable organization, but I think they're going to need to hunt for that next playmaker quarterback that they could have, because that can actually take that team over to the next level. Tomlin has everything else. They've just been missing that sorely for the last how many ever years. You get that? This is a different Steelers team, and you need that in order to survive that brutal division in AFC North.
And Mike Tomlin says basically he's staying. We shot down reports today. It's like they're wasting their time if they try to call me or whatever. JG, was this all on Russell Wilson? And who would have knew? Who would have thought? Like, who knew? Russell Wilson like in his mid-30s. This is like yesterday. He was like 23, 24, fresh baby face in the league. He's mid-30s now, JG.
I think the play that he's making right now to stay in Pittsburgh is a good play. I think that they have an excellent football team. I just think they need help. That's another thing, too. I think that they need another wide receiver, definitely. And the problems with George Pickens that he's brought upon the team, whether that's off the field or whether that's personality-wise, like they need to figure out something wide receiver-wise for the team for the betterment. But in order for Russ to come back, I would have to think that the Pittsburgh Steelers would have to give him 10 to 15 million, and he would have to accept it and sit there and say, like, hey, Russ, like, we want to build around this team. We would like you to come back. You're our short-term quarterback right now. We're also going to draft a quarterback in the second or third round that we think that you could help mold and turn him into something, right? And if he doesn't feel like the 15 million suitable, then you sit there and say, all right, we're going to bring back Justin Fields, who in theory had almost the same record as Russ. I mean, Russ wound up going 6-6, and Justin Fields definitely had a better record than 6-6 when he was starting. That's where I think you go about these things. Like, by no means do I sit there and say, all right, I'm going to pay Russ $30 million and hinder the team's production and hinder the team in free agency. I just don't think that's right, and I don't think Russ is looking for that. I think Russ is looking more so to win. He's made a lot of money in his playing days.